All right, so in this video I'm going to be talking about extremes, and for the most part, extremes are not really good, to be honest, because they're so one-sided and can block you from just certain experiences and certain viewpoints and just seeing certain issues and all that in a light that maybe you never thought to look at before, you know? We're taught all our life that too much of anything is not good. Too much candy isn't good. Too much video games isn't good. Too much phone time isn't good. Or too much, hot or cold isn't good, right? You turn that water too hot on the shower, it's going to be burning. Too cold, okay, now you're freezing. Stuff like that. Too much of anything can, to a certain point, I'd say, become, not good for you. Like, there's a time to be serious, there's a time to be goofy, there's a time to be calm, there's a time to be sad. All these things, man. Because life is full of so many experiences, so many information and all that. And so being extreme, for the most part, it's not good, because you're going to miss out on certain aspects of life, and again, just have such a tunnel vision mindset. And there may be moments where you have to be extreme, but it just can't be a whole lifestyle. Like I said, you can't always be serious, you can't always be sad, you can't always be happy even. Sometimes, hey, life hits hard and you're going to feel that sadness for a minute. As a few examples, even working out would be a good one. Working out's good, and pushing your limits and reaching new heights of strength. But if you don't take the time for your body to just rest and recuperate, right? Bro, your body is going to keep count. And the body, while is very resilient and can go very far, it will crash out. You're probably going to have an injury or something. And that's with everything. It's not even working out. It's how do you sleep? What do you eat? And just anything pertaining to your health. Your body's going to keep track of that. Even stuff like emotional health, traumas and things that really affected you when you were little, or even while you're in your adult age, or high school age and stuff like that. If you're just going to bottle that up and not process that, not feel those things, again, your body is going to keep count of that, and one day you're just going to crash. You might get like physically ill because you won't handle your emotional issues, traumas you experienced. Your body will keep score. And so just like how our body knows that we can't be extreme, that's also supposed to translate to our mentality. Again, like I said, there's a time for everything. There's a time when you and your wife can spend all the time you want with each other, but when that kid comes, hey, now you got to take care of that kid, and you guys got to find some wiggle room around there to where you guys can spend time to each other and cultivate love in the marriage and all that, and time for sex and all that. Life is going to hit you with so many things, and we as people just, have to adapt. Even kind of go into me a little bit, like I've said a couple times on this channel, I'm currently on the, process of trying to just be out there and be more social and, meet new people. Before this, I was a homebody, and still am to a certain extent, but, I just try to make more of an intentional effort to get out there and mingle with people. And before this, just like I said, I didn't really care. But now that I've been out here, I've been experiencing life through meeting new people. It's been fun, and I think it's something that I want to continue pursuing in my life. But see, I would have never known that if I was so extreme and just chose to have that tunnel vision mindset. And so, thankfully, I made that change thanks to, some family members and all that got me to make that change and transition. But yeah, like I said, man, I mean, it can be things like you're busy on your craft, your job, your side hustle, your own personal business as an entrepreneur. You can be so focused on that. You can be so focused on dedicating too much time to maybe other family members and friends, maybe, that you neglect your significant other. Basically, being a one-trick pony is just, not good, because life is, like I've said, just multi-faceted. And so, like I said, we have to adapt with it. And so we can't be extreme, man, but rather adapt and be open-minded and be willing to experience and adapt to the changes in life and what life has in store for us. Thank you.